What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I am your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, aka Mental Healness from TikTok, Mental Healness from Instagram, YouTube, and in podcast form as well. If this is your first time tuning in, I am a diagnosed narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. It is my cross to bear. I have been in psychotherapy for the last almost 4 years, since October of 2017. If this is your first time seeing my beautiful face, my mama said it's beautiful. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. The point of this channel is to bring awareness to mental health disorders and to also validate the victims and survivors of mental health disorders as well. Today's episode is going to be about gray rocking the narcissist. And from my perspective, how I would combat it if you came at me being the self-aware narcissist. So if you don't know what gray rocking is, it's the technique of becoming like a rock. I don't know who coined the term or where it came from and whatnot. Only thing I know from TikTok and Instagram and whatnot, it is, becoming boring, like giving generic answers, minimizing contact, and not engaging with a narcissist or toxic person. Look, I say or toxic person because I know everybody's not a narcissist. I know. Trust me, I know. But I am. So I can speak on it. Yay. So, gray rocking. If a narcissist is trying to engage with you and you just give them answers like, yeah, sure, okay, sounds good, that's great, oh no, just see how bland it was, you see how boring it was. That's exactly the purpose of gray rocking, is to not engage, because when you engage with a narcissist, you are giving them all the power. If you react negatively to a narcissist, you are giving them all the power because they love it. They just sitting there sucking it up like power. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, how Goku just sucks all the energy in for his spirit bomb and just unleashes it on you. That's exactly what it is. They want you to react. They just poke, poke. They want you to get reactions out of you, and they want big reactions. They want the reactive abuse reactions, the yelling, the screaming. The physical violence. They want you to put your hands on them, and a lot of times what they'll do is like when you're when you're engaging in reactive abuse, which is if you know what reactive abuse is, it's just like when narcissist pokes you, and you end up reacting like you have a huge reaction to it, and they sit there all calm and cool and collected, and they probably end up recording you like, hey, look how crazy you are. Why are you yelling and screaming? I'm talking to you in a calm voice. Whole time they've instigated you to get to that point. And that's why you gray rock. That's why you become boring. That's why you become like a gray rock. Like a rock that you pick up from the front yard in the driveway or something like that. A rock you pick up and throw across the street. You become boring, you become disengaged, and you don't give them the reactions that they are trying to get. And a lot of times it works, y'all. A lot of times gray rocking works. It's like narcissists will back off, will back away from you, will leave you alone, will leave you be. I know gray rocking works a lot if you're trying to co-parent with a narcissist. Or parallel parent with narcissists, whatever. They co-parent more often than not. You're trying to co-parent with them. They're trying to react to like, you are a terrible mom. You are an awful dad. You are the biggest mistake of my life. You just like, okay, cool, fine, I'll be that. Just say stuff like agree with them. Just annoy them with agreements. Annoy them with like being boring. Don't give them reactions that they want, and typically they'll leave you alone. But sometimes you need to be careful when you gray rock people because it could cause them to react negatively. It could cause a narcissist to it could cause some narcissists to could have a huge negative reaction, because explode on you. It could cause narcissistic rage to incur. It could cause narcissistic rage to incur in this situation. Like they could rage out on you. Why are you acting so stupid? Why are you being so boring? Why are you not talking to me correctly? Why are you talking like this? Why are you acting like this? Like, don't be stupid. So gray rocking could set somebody off and could lead to some physical violence as well. So be careful when you're instituting the gray rock technique, because like I said, you know that person better than I know them. You know that person better than anybody else. So you know how to gauge whether or not gray rocking is going to work in that situation. So be careful when you're trying to institute gray rocking or anything like that, because like I said, again, it could set them off and they have a very, very negative reaction to you. So be careful when you're doing that, because you don't want them to react and hurt you. So be careful. Like, so you gauge them, let them know. Like, you know them better than we do. You know your situation better than anybody else does. So gauge them correctly when you're gray rocking them. Like, okay, I can gray rock this person correctly and they won't do anything to me. Like, I'll be fine. Or sometimes if you gray rock them, they'll why you gray rocking me? They won't say why you gray rocking me. They'll say, why you acting so stupid and boring and bland? Like, you crazy? Something wrong with you? Do. And they'll react negatively. So be careful with the gray rocking, because does it work? Does it work a lot of times? Yes, but there's no. I don't know. I read the other day. I don't think there's any kind of proven studies or evidence that shows that it works. But just be careful, because I know, like I said, from TikTok and Instagram, I know it works. From where everybody says, I gray rocked and I won. So yeah, gray rocking does help you out a lot. Like I said, do be careful in that situation, because it could lead to some violence or some anger or some aggression. And how and people ask me, like, how would you handle gray rocking? I would handle, like, if you live with me and you were trying to gray rock me, what I would do to you is I would just overwhelm you with communication. If you got bored with me, if you got like disconnected with me, I would overwhelm you with communication. You'd be saying, yes, okay, yeah. I wouldn't ask you questions that you could like gray rock me with. I wouldn't ask you yes or no questions. I would be asking you a whole bunch of questions that you needed to give me definitive, distinct answers to. I would ask you like questions. I wouldn't ask you open-ended questions. I would ask you questions that I needed, like, direct answers to. I would ask you questions that needed some thought process put into it. It needed some engagement. It needed some engagement from you in it. I would beat you down with questions and with like repetitive, with being repetitive and things like that. I would annoy you to the point where gray rocking wouldn't work on me. Because I'm a narcissist, so I know it exists. So I'm gonna say this is going on the assumption that the narcissist or toxic person that you're dealing with, this is going on the assumption that they know what gray rocking is. You know what I mean? So I would just annoy you with it. I was just like, hey, what you say? Yeah, okay, cool, yes, no. What are you doing? And I'm not physically violent, so I wouldn't get physically violent with you. I wouldn't do that. I would just literally batter you with with questions and stuff like that you could not give me one-word answers to. So, like, you couldn't do that to me. I would just come at you, repeatedly with questions that, like, just long questions. I can't give you an example right now, but I just know that's what I would do. Because I know I know you were trying to gray rock me. And then, like I say, again, if you're gray rocking somebody, if you're gray rocking somebody, just be careful of the physical violence aspect of people. Because, like, people could get physically violent, or they could become raged out and start saying the meanest, craziest stuff to you. So you want to just be careful, y'all. I just want to say that. Be careful, because and prepare yourself, because people will rage out on you, and people will get super mean on you with you and stuff like that. So be extremely careful when you're dealing with somebody that you're gray rocking. Because I was like, why you, so I knew you were stupid. Like, I knew you was like, now you're not going to answer me correctly. Now you're going to talk to me like this. Okay, you're so stupid. You're so dumb and stuff like that. And they'll beat you down mentally and emotionally and verbally, and to the point where you have to explode. You might explode on them. So your gray rocking could, in fact, lead to you, reacting explosively. Could, in fact, lead to some reactive abuse happening, where your intent was to just be as boring as a rock, as boring as a gray rock, as disconnected as a gray rock. As just as still as a rock, but you ended up exploding like a volcano. So you have to be very, very careful with that, depending on who you're dealing with. So gray rock works in strategic situations. If you're not around a person a lot, like if you're just trying to co-parent and you have to communicate through text and stuff like that, just be careful, because like I said, they are going to come for you. They're going to come at you with some verbal abuse, with some emotional abuse, with saying the meanest, saying some vitriol, some hatred, just filling you full of it. So just be careful with that, and be on the lookout for that type of stuff, because it will come, y'all. I just know it will come, because that's what I would do. And I know people out there be like, you're just an evil person. You're just the evil person, Lee. No normal person would just be mean to somebody that's being boring to them. Like, I'm not a normal person. I never claimed to be. I am a narcissist. I'm 100% a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. I lead off the podcast. I lead off the YouTube with saying that every episode, to hammer that into your brains that I am a narcissist. And like, so to end this episode, y'all, I know I'm cutting it short because it's getting a little late. I have to post this for tonight. There have been an influx of people that claim to be narcissists that say I'm adding to the stigma, and they send me little hateful messages to my Instagram and stuff like that. And this message is for you. If you are so mad at me What the hell are you doing to lessen the stigma? Instead of hiding behind your private pages, being quiet in your groups, what are you doing out here to change the stigma? To show that you like, I got a message today for some anonymous page like, you're just adding to the stigma. So every narcissist is bad except you. You know you're still a narcissist, right? Like, duh, dummy. I say I'm a narcissist in everything I do. Like, what are you doing to change the stigma? What are you doing to eliminate the stigma? What are you doing to show that every narcissist is not a bad person? Other than sending me messages because I built a platform off being a narcissist. Like, what are you doing? Nothing. You're doing absolutely nothing. You are being worthless sending me a message. And it's like, if y'all are going to send me a mean message, this is for future value. If you're going to send me a mean message, don't put the meanness. It'd be a very, very long message, long, detailed message. Don't put the meanness in the first sentence. Because if I see some mean stuff in the first sentence, I'm not going to read the next 7 paragraphs. Just to let you know, you're wasting your type. You're wasting your text. You're wasting your type. But like, oh, this person sent some mean, hateful vitriol to my inbox. And said some mean stuff in the very first sentence, I'm just gonna delete it or block you or say some mean stuff to you based on that. Like, hey, look, just let you know I didn't read your message. So if you, somebody asked me to have a round table talk with other narcissists, like, you're exposing other narcissists. Why don't you give them a chance to expose you? I was exposing myself, you losers. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, you give them a chance to expose you, Lee. I'm exposing myself. You know who I am. You see my face. The hell are you talking about? Y'all, some of y'all like are weird, man. And to the narcissists out there that get value and information from me, not adding to the stigma, to showing myself, to showing that I am a narcissist, to showing the situation I've been in and put myself in and put my wife in. The people who are there getting help, getting value from me and going to therapy and like feeling that you can come out and say, hey, look, I see Lee doing it. I'm a narcissist too. To the people who, to the people who are out there that get value from my stuff, thank you. But for the people out there who just like see my stuff and just like still hide in the closet, or not the closet, still hide in the background behind anonymous pages because you're scared to be a narcissist, because you're an evil person, because you're a terrible person, you're one of the people that I portray in my skits, then go to hell. Y'all weird, man. Like the weirdest people. Like, look, I'm trying to help I'm trying to eliminate the stigma. I'm trying to get more people into therapy to show you that if you are a narcissist like me, go to therapy. Work out your issues in the therapist chair and not on your wife, not on your kids. Don't just hide behind a private page and just let people live the life they want to live. Shut the hell up. Like, kids are here, their brains are here messed up. Parents are ruining kids. People are ruining their husbands and wives and stuff like that. Man, get the hell out of here. I'm going to keep doing what I do. Y'all keep hiding behind private pages, hiding your faces and stuff like that. My face is out there for the world to see. You know the wrongs I've done. You see me. I'm out here. I'm helping more than I'm hurting. That's been my goal from the beginning. Help more than you hurt. I can't help everybody. I'm going to hurt some people unintentionally. And some people I want to hurt intentionally. The people who come at me, I want to hurt you intentionally. Just so to let you know, this is the narcissist coming out. You wanted to see the narcissist at the end of the episode? The narcissist is coming out now. If you try to hurt me, if your intent is bad with me, my intent is going to be bad with you. And I don't care. I can turn my feelings off. I'm a narcissist. Like, you're still a narcissist, Lee. No matter what you do, no matter how many followers you get, you're still going to be a narcissist. Duh, dummy. I've said I'm a narcissist. I've said I'm still a narcissist. Like, get out of here. Anyways, y'all, sorry for the rant. I had to get it over. I know the people who send me messages and hateful stuff like that, I know you listen to my podcast. I know you out here wishing you had a podcast. You can talk about the stupid stuff you've been doing and stupid stuff you've still been doing. If your girlfriend or your wife left because she listened to my stuff, it's not my fault. Stop doing the stupid shit. I cussed at the end. Dang it. Don't. Y'all got me. You tricking me. Anyways, y'all, I'm so thankful for everybody, y'all. Like, subscribe, follow for more. I'm still going to be out here doing my thing. Peace out.